Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Juan Epstein, Hot
Yeah.
97 World. Our favorite is back.
Yes.
Yabba dabba do.
Uncle Snoop.
Guess what?
Yeah.
New York, we love you.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Happy to be back on the block again.
You're back doing press again. You're out there.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've been out, like, really talking to everyone since have you done a full press run since Snoop Lion has emerged?
No, this is my first full press run because my record comes out actually tomorrow. So I'm just on it like I want it. I'm just pushing it, promoting, just trying to get people acquainted with the new style, the new verse, the new everything. You know what I'm saying? So they can really accept it and appreciate it.
All right, so let's get right into it. A lot of stuff I want to get to, but let's jump right into this, all right? We were just discussing this earlier before you got here because we get excited when Uncle Snoop comes, one of our favorite people. So obviously, people have said different things about Snoop Lion. You know what I'm saying? There are people who love it, people who question it. Here's our thoughts. Inside, you agree with everything I said, right? Earlier when we talked? All right, well, hold on a second. I know Snoop from the many times I've been around Snoop. I know you're authentic. I know everything you went through is 100% real, and I saw it and felt it and understood how you got there, and I know how authentic it is. That said, it's also different. You know what I'm saying? So yet it is a different chapter of the Snoop Dogg that we know and love. So first of all, have you gotten people who have doubted your credibility, and how do you respond to that? And a lot of people asking, how permanent is this? Are we going to get just Snoop Dogg again? I'll give you those two to mess around with.
Well, I don't think nobody doubt me credibility-wise. 22 years, top 5, hip-hop, whether I'm making a record or not, whether I'm doing anything. When I step in the building, I'm top 5. Regardless, so I don't think that has anything to do with credibility. It's more about growth and development. As you grow as a lyricist, as you grow as an artist, you try to find ways to say things. And through my rap, I wasn't able to say things like "no guns allowed" or ashtrays and heartbreaks. I wasn't able to express myself in a peaceful, loving, positive manner because I'm so gangster, and that's what I come from, and that's what I gave you, and I couldn't change the script because that's what I've been for 22 years. So when I become a grown man on a microphone and a grown businessman, I understand that now I have to address some of these issues that are taking place in the world, which is all this violence, all of this negativity, and I feel like I was a part of it. I feel like if I speak my mind and say a few things that deter people a different way, maybe we can make a difference, and that's what I'm on right now. Not that I will ever, not make rap music again, because I'm in the studio right now making rap music. I never stop. The dog is always in me. It's just a matter of what I'm expressing right now. 2013, as we speak, I have to speak on these issues that are before me.
Very interesting. What was the process? Was it you went down to Jamaica, you fell in love with the culture, felt the vibe, then decided this was a good way to take on the issues, or was it the other way around?
What it was, I've always loved reggae music, and I've always felt like I was Bob Marley reincarnated. And by me going to Jamaica this last time, I wanted to spend more time in Jamaica, actually not in the hotel room, but in the city, dealing with the people, finding out what reggae music was born on, what it's about. What inspires people in the reggae world? What is this music? What's the backdrop to it, and where's the birth of it? So once I got into it and it became a part of me, it took over me. I came out there with an open soul and an open spirit, just willing to learn, just like a student in school. And I learned so much that really, made me who I am and made me better at what I am, that it became who I am. So now I'm living with it, and I'm taking this culture all the way to the top.
What culture exactly? Are you Rasta or like Jamaican culture? Like what?
I think it's Rastafari, the liberty, not the religion,
Right.
but the way of life. And
So what in your life is different now? Like that you follow that code. Like is your diet different? Is your
I
obviously your train of
think
thought?
my diet and my third eye. I used to always blink with my third eye. Now that mug is open. It's fully open now.
Right.
So I can see a lot of things that I wasn't able to see. And when you get to the age that I'm at, you try to make sure that you're going to be here for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? We try to take care of ourselves a little bit more. We try to eat better and think better and move a little differently. And to me, that's what that gave me, because before I had none of that. I was just continuing to do the Snoop Dogg thing, which is show up, blow up, you know what I'm saying, and knock a hoe up. That's what I was on 7 days a week. But now I'm on, what I'm on right now, which is, I love the perception that I get from people. When people see me now, it's like, hey, what's up, Snoop? How you doing, man? I love you. And as opposed to, what's happening? What's up? That's a different feeling when you.
Wow, that's interesting. The approach is different because of that.
Very different.
Because Snoop and I were just talking before the cameras went on about how in the documentary there's a lot about Snoops Past, and we've talked about this on Juan Epstein before. But like, Snoop's so beloved now that people forget the kind of fear factor that existed with Snoop back in the day.
Yeah, it was a real fear factor. I couldn't go to certain networks. I couldn't go to certain venues because people thought that, it was danger or something would happen. It was never me. It was always the people of the company that I kept on my past or my background or things that I've done to get that reception or whatnot. But as I become more of who I am, I love the way that jacket is removed. And now I'm able to go anywhere. I can go into school, church, liquor store, dispensaries, record shops, anywhere I go, and it's all love. You know what I'm saying? So that's because of what I'm putting out. If you give love and you put it out there, you're going to get it back.
That's really interesting. Now, speaking of dispensaries, I think Wiz told us last week, I think it was Wiz who said it, that he was G-Pen a verse at first, and he said that he heard that you've now tried the vape situation. How do you feel about vaporizing Snoop? I bet
as he goes into his
I
pocket.
think he's about to explain how he feels about it. OJ. Snoop's wearing gloves for everyone listening, by the way. Oh, so you're very comfortable with the vape situation. Yeah. Is that one a trippy stick? Which one's that one? A Snoopy stick. Are you going to have a line? You going to have a whole line?
Smoke just disappears.
Amazing.
You know what smoke is? Evidence.
No one's in trouble? No. Knock yourself out all day in the radio station.
Thank you very much.
That's why you got to love it, man. Interviews. Do you find the high to be different, too, from vaporizing as opposed to smoking? I find the high much more chill.
Yeah, it is. It's more relaxing. It's more of a settle, situation. I'm not overreacting, which I never did when I was smoking anyway, but it's more, it puts me in the right zone that I need to be in.
Yeah, I was a paranoid blunt smoker. I'm kind of like, as I've gotten older, I get more and more paranoid. Always. I'd get on stage and be like, that's why people are like, you want to get high before a show? And I'd be like, oh, not really. I'm going to get on stage and freak out. With the G-Pen, with any of these vaporizers, G-Pen or Trippy Stick, whatever your choice is.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying?
You do. You be around it enough.
I be around enough.
You secondhand smoking.
Exactly.
I'm a gadget head. I love
so now
gadgets.
You want it.
So now I'm like, yo, maybe this is technology.
No, that's amazing. So is that a disposable one? Is that one you just get a certain amount, or you replace
the cartridge, the little wax cartridge, and it's whoop popping the thing.
See, the wax game is different out here. Though you guys have it easy out there. Like you can just get wax.
New York, I want to say this to y'all: catch up, man. Come on, change the laws, get the right people in office, get those youngsters in there, and get those old folks out of there with those white wigs on, and let's change the rules around here. Come on now.
Seriously, it is time to catch up. All right, let's talk about the album a little bit too. I read a quote. I read a quote from Snoop Dogg yesterday, which sounded. I was like, "Damn, Snoop! I got to get the answer from this guy. Maybe he was super high." He said, "Miley Cyrus is one of the greatest people and artists of all time. One of the greatest personalities and artists of all time."
I totally agree to that.
Explain.
Because you got to look at her career. You know what I'm saying? She started as a baby on TV, and she had the longevity and the prosperity to survive that, and also to put out a movement that she's on right now where people is following her. She got hundreds and hundreds of millions of people who love her. So regardless if you love her or not, the greatest of all times mean when your people love you. I can't make you the champ. You got to be the people's champ. And when you the people's champ, it is what it is.
And how's her like she's mad cool, like she can hang out?
Believe it or not, this girl she's awesome to be around. And I never thought I'd say that because when my daughter used to watch her on TV and Hannah Montana and all that, I used to see it. I'm like, But as I've been able to hang around her and chill with her and make music with her, this girl's a great soul. She's smart, she's sharp, she understands the business, and she's gonna be here for a long time.
Do you think is there a period in the future where Snoop Lion goes back to being full-time Snoop Dogg, but personality-wise, demeanor-wise, keeps that Snoop Lion while still being publicly Snoop Dogg?
That's gonna be hard to do, because when I go to the studio and do Snoop Dogg, I'm just fully Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? It's like Clark Kent and Superman. I know how to separate the two. You got to be able to separate the difference. And to me, the reggae music and the Snoop line is what's necessary. It's a lot of unnecessary shootings going on and violence going on and just things that we need to speak on. And as hip-hop, we control the world. And we need to know that our voices are so powerful. And if we say stop or don't do, people listen to us. Because if we say go do and make it happen, people make it happen.
So why is it so hard for you to do that rapping? Like, why do you instinctively go gangster when you rap as opposed to, making more positive music rapping?
That ain't what I started at. I got to stick to the script. The script that I wrote was me doing what I do in hip-hop. I came out as Snoop Doggy Dogg. I was an Eastside Long Beach Rolling 20 Crip, and that's what I am, and that's what I'm going to be, and that's connected to that.
Didn't you say there was a new Dog Pound record that just came out?
Yeah, I saw a Dog Pound record that dropped over the weekend featuring Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, we got a whole Dog Pound album that we working on.
Can you drop it, please?
You know this guy. I mean, you hear about a Dog Pound project. I know.
Natic.
For real though?
Oh,
they own it like they want it right now.
His dad's is doing the beat.
There's never a car that I own that don't have doggy style and dog food in the car. Like I have to have CDs.
But you've gotten all the late Dog Pound albums too, haven't you? You got everything.
All of them.
They back right now as far as like, you know, when you watch the game and you seeing other people, you know, do your thing and you not doing your thing. You know, and they watching me continuously grow and blow and grow and blow. And it's like, you know what? I need to get y'all back on y'all P's and Q's. Y'all need to come back and set it straight one more time and show people how it's supposed to sound coming from the wild.
Yo, I want to give Snoop credit for something. Because I feel like this was publicized kind of in like the sports world and stuff, but I don't know if the hip hop world knows about it. Can you show off a little bit about some of the incredible football players that you've coached and have now become great successes? Because I saw that story. I don't know if you got my text. I don't know if your number changed. I texted you when I saw Sports Illustrated, and I'm like, damn, Uncle Snoop, this is an awesome story about these kids that you've coached who have now entered D1 programs.
Snoop Youth Football League, we started 9 years ago. And we have a host of kids in high school. We have over 100 kids in Division I programs. The most notable is DeAnthony Thomas, a.k.a. the Black Mamba, plays for Oregon Ducks. And we also have a guy in the NFL playing with the Denver Broncos, Ronnie Hillman, number 21 running back. So all of these kids.
He's a kid that you coach.
Yeah, they came out of my
And he's in the NFL now.
They came out of my football program 9 years ago, and they doing it big. And I want to give Jay-Z a shout-out for doing that sports agency thing because on the same note, I'm coming in too.
Really? So you're jumping into the sports agency game as well?
I didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to. My thing was I had so many kids coming through my program. I didn't want to trap them and say, you have to sign with me or you got to sign with me. So I gave them the rights to grow on their own. But as my guys get bigger and better, they all want to come back home. They say, you know what, Coach Snoop? You know how to handle us because you handle your career very well, and then you know how to get us in positions to where we will always be here and we'll be able to handle our money right. See, that's the key, to be able to handle your money, because when these youngsters get in the game, the money come, go. You see the stories on 30
Of course.
30,
That's going to be the new thing now, like to manage and be agents to sports players.
I mean, if you're big enough like these, like
you're going to go to the
Jay,
strip club and like just throw up football players instead of money.
Exactly. I got mad football players.
But you know one thing about people like myself and Jay-Z, that the athletes respect us. They respect our business hand, because not only are we great rappers, but we great businessmen, and we're able to take, you know, your career to another level. We're able to get you endorsements and sponsorship deals that maybe this NFL program or NFL team that you connected to couldn't get you.
Or wouldn't even think about the type of sponsors that you could get, different endorsements.
Yeah.
They go for the top, you know, the top tier of American stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff that we could be getting, and that represents where they come from.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of endorsements, I got to ask you, because I know I don't like just asking rappers about other rappers' business, but I think you're an interesting person to speak on this. What did you think watching the Rick Ross Reebok thing unfold, as someone who's both been on the side of working, I'm sure, with companies before, and being someone that was too street for companies to mess with? What did you think as you saw that thing unfold between him and Reebok?
To me, you know, he bigger than Reebok. You know, they wanted him. He didn't want them. So, you know, take it to somewhere else. I had that same issue with Converse. You know, I was the official spokesperson for Converse. If you ask me, I made everybody in the world wear Chuck Taylors. I made all gangsters, white folks, Hispanics, everybody. Wasn't nobody doing it like I was doing it till I did it. So I approached them and said, let's do a deal. They like, you too hard for us. You too this, you too that. So I said, you know what? Let me go holler at Adidas. I went over to Adidas, and we got it together. Now Converse is slowly slipping and falling off, and Adidas is everywhere. Every rapper, every entertainer, everybody that's cool is connected to Adidas. Thank you very much.
All day I dream about Snoop.
Hello. You got to know how to flip it. You got to make it yours. If they don't want to get you the game, Rick, it's from me to you, Ross. You got to go to somebody that want to give you the game. You can't go play with somebody who you try to play with. Play with who want to play with you.
Now, do you think, okay, in a situation like that where he says a line that he actually believes is regrettable, let's say he really thought it was regrettable, do you think it was advisable to apologize, or you would have just said, listen, you're an artist, it's a line you said, keep it moving?
We don't have no regrets as rappers. I mean, my class, where I come out of, the old school, I mean, we old school now, we don't have regrets. We say what we say.
It's a new day where people used to get money from a record label that didn't care what was said, because no matter what controversy you got into, you would sell more records. Now it's these corporate sponsors that are giving money to the entertainers. The record labels don't have it like they used to, so there is different regret now.
If you a boss, let's get that part right. If you a boss, what are you doing dealing with employees? You're supposed to be dealing with a boss to boss. You could never drop me. Like Jay-Z say, I dropped the label. Hello. flip the script.
You make it so simple. Hello. All right, what's the plan this summer? What stages you on this summer? Summertime's when, it's when that's when the dog plays. The dog needs to play during the summer.
I'm going on a Lion Fest this year. I'm trying to start my own little, my little tour series where I get a whole bunch of artists to roll with me because so many people love me, look up to me, call me Uncle Snoop, and they admire me and they love my business. And so I just want to implement that and start to show all of my young homies how to get it because I have a lot of information and I love sharing it. I love teaching the youngsters how to stay strong and how to stay long and how to do what they do. So I'm opening up a camp, in so many words, to try to help the rappers, become what I am or become, great and be able to last for a long time and sustain and not just be based on a record, but based on their career.
Well, how's the reggae community or dancehall community or all these people like taking to this whole Snoop Lion thing?
95% love it, 5% don't understand it, and that's just what it is.
Who you like in the reggae field?
Well, Movato's on the record, right?
Oh yeah,
Movato's on the album.
He's bodyguard hard.
Okay, yeah, of course.
He's bodyguard hard. I like Movado. I like Popcorn. I like Collie Buzz. I like Mr. Vegas. I like Taurus Riley, Jovi Rockwell. Always love the old school Super Cat, Beanie Man, Elephant Man. Yeah, man. Barrington Levy, my main man.
What's up with our boy Vibes Cartel? He's still in jail?
Yeah.
As far as I know, yeah.
What up, Vibe? Cartel's still locked up. Cartel, what up?
But what we did was we put Popcorn and Movado on a record that I got called Lighters Up, which is unifying.
Right.
Both.
We were playing that.
Popcorn and Movado, they're...
Popcorn is Cartel's artist.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
See, people didn't know that. The unity, the love, the peace that I put together allowed that to happen because they would have never made a record. Never, ever, 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 ever. But through the love of Snoop Dogg, not Snoop Lion, because I hadn't became him yet. The love of Snoop
Oh, that
Dogg.
started before this project even came to be. You were working.
It was the beginning of the process, but they knew Snoop Dogg. They respected Snoop Dogg. The reggae world and the whole music world respect the hell out of Snoop Dogg. It's just they don't understand Snoop Lion yet. It's like, is he another person? Is he this? Is he that? It's the same person. It's just a message now. It has a message that's connected to my music. But I will go back to the dog because sometimes I have to, do the doggy shit that I do.
Yo, Bob Marley did some gangster dog type
didn't he?
stuff when things got rough.
Well, not to mention, he definitely liked the ladies. Bob, you know what I'm saying?
Bob was a
seeds,
dog.
planted seeds.
He was a dog on him. You hear me?
Have to.
Dog him out, Bobby.
All right, so now you're working back on Snoop. So Snoop Lion's out tomorrow. By the way, the name of the album?
Reincarnated.
Reincarnated drops tomorrow. Who are some of the other people on it besides Miley Cyrus and Movado and Popcorn?
Busta Rhymes gave me he went hard with it. You know how he be rapping. He went, I don't even know what he said. He was so hard.
That's how Busta do it.
He go bodyguard hard. T.I. got down for me. We got Chris Brown on the record. Wow. Angela Hunt, she was one of the writers. She wrote a lot of the music. She's an awesome writer. She's out here in New York.
So is that part different? Do you get more help writing the Snoop Lion music as opposed to your rhymes?
Well, the writing to this record was like 97% them. I just told them what I wanted and changed certain words because I don't come from the reggae world. I don't know how to write melodies of that nature, so I wanted to get the best people for the job. And Major Lazer, Diplo, they brought in some of the greatest writers that gave me a sound that matched my voice. And it's not like me struggling. You don't hear me trying to do the Jodeci, ooh-wee, and all that. I'm just doing what I do. You know what I'm talking about? Staying in my lane. Ooh-wee,
That's the next project.
no, never.
Come on.
Never.
Snoopacy. There's Snoop Lion, then there's me Snoopacy.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
That's actually not bad. Because that must be way different though in hip hop. Where how often did you, from a writing standpoint, how often would you look to Corrupt or Daz or someone or
A ghostwriter?
Yeah, not necessarily a ghostwriter, but even if it's just to help out.
It's collaborate.
Or collaborate.
You know what? When we playing team ball, if he hot, he can write a whole song. Like certain songs that we have in the past, like "Bitches Ain't Shit," for example. Corrupt wrote that hook, but I said the hook. But that's how his verse started off. In certain songs where Corrupt Man wrote a verse for me, or I wrote a verse for him, or Daz wrote a verse for me. That's what we do. We look to help each other, because sometimes your perspective of me is way better than me, because you see me like I can't see me.
Do you have any bona fide classics where someone did a major part of of the song and people don't know it?
Exhibit wrote my verse on Lay Low. Lay low, nobody move until I say so. Windows tint rolling deep like the president. I don't go to clubs, I never chase a bitch. I'm here to bang the gangster shit to the apocalypse. You call it stress, some of y'all call it chocolate. Turning the top dog and ain't no stopping this.
It's funny because when you say it now, I can hear it. You can hear Exhibit. Right. When you say it's Exhibit, it's like, oh, right.
Written for him, though.
It's like the ultimate question about Rakim and Summertime, which Rakim insists he did not do because everyone said Rakim did Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince Summertime.
That he wrote that?
Yeah.
You ever heard that?
Think about it. Here it is, a groove. Like, that's just so Rakim to me.
But you know what? One thing about Will Smith back then, he was a great, not an imitator, but he was a great impersonator. He could impersonate styles and make them his. That's what I heard when I heard the record in my ear for the first time. It sounded like Rakim, but it sounded like he was impersonating. Exactly.
But then I heard it was, I just had this conversation the other day. Then the other word, the other common thought is not that it was Rakim, it's someone else, mad random from the era who I'm spacing on right now. But yeah, that's, no.
Steady B, what up, Doug? Keep your head up.
All right, so everything's good though, Snoop? You're happy?
Man, I can't.
Family life's good?
Everybody's good. I
just want to make sure Uncle Snoop's good, man.
He got to make sure, though.
I just want to check on the...
All right, so hold on. So everything good?
Yeah, everything good. Look.
Well, I had gotten off into summertime. I don't even know how I got
you know what came up recently?
You
know what came up recently from that we talked about years ago? The Tupac and Nas thing.
Yes, people love that story.
Where did that come up in the...
It came in my movie.
It came up in the movie?
It did, but briefly. I didn't go into depth.
Right. Because on our show, you went into depth.
On your show.
Yeah. And people always bring up that story.
Put up the old Juan Epstein where we talked. Like, that story cleared up a lot of things from that era.
Yeah, if you've never heard it before, you can download the Juan Epstein app or find it on iTunes. Find one of our old episodes with Snoop, because I think this is your third time. Yeah. On one of our older episodes with Snoop, he told the whole story of Nas and Tupac and Snoop. Again, playing Peacemaker again, which is so funny that you're right, the image of you musically versus who you are as a person.
It's different.
Although I will say, Snoop is one of the nicest dudes in the game. Yet, remember I was complaining earlier? Exactly. It's true. Remember earlier when I was complaining, though, about artists with two big security guards? There have been times when I've seen Snoop before, and you have to.
I got a big security guard.
No, I have to wave. I have to wave and jump up and down from 30 feet just so he could give me the.
I hate that feeling though.
It's so embarrassing. You don't know what it's like, Snoop. Everyone parts the river for you.
No, but we trying to I know for a fact if I'm somewhere, we backstage at an award show or something. I know for a fact if Snoop locks eyes with me, I'm golden.
Right.
You're like, what do you do?
Right, because you have to do that.
Snoop.
Uncle Snoop!
And then some dude got a stiff arm on your fucking throat. And
These
like,
are football players.
Snoop.
I'm sorry.
Snoop!
Ex-football players. They need to quit.
And you trying to tell him, no, but I know him.
I know. Yeah, sure you do.
If he sees me right now, he's going to scold you.
Yeah, he's friends with me. Who are you? He pays you. He likes me.
Now, that's my friend.
What are you messing with? What are you messing with musically right now? Anything you're into?
I've been listening to some jazz music lately, right?
Oh, Jazz Snoop's coming next?
No.
I
did a project with Clark Terry, though. The great Clark Terry, Mr. Mumbles. Me and Terrence Martin and Quincy Jones flew out to his house and recorded with him. He's one of the greatest. Mr. Mumbles, look him up, Clark Terry.
And you just did a song?
Did a couple of songs with him. Went out to his house and,
Where's his house?
In Arkansas.
With Quincy Jones and Terrence Martin?
Yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting.
Quincy made me do it though. He was like, because I've been nominated for like 15 Grammy. I got my last Grammy nomination in the car with me right now. Right, they give you a little chain and a little letter saying you this and that. I've been nominated like 15 times, right? So I'm like fed up with the Grammy. So
how many you got?
Try 0 on for size.
What?
No.
0.
You're in the Nas camp. You and Nas both.
Yeah. 15.
I thought you definitely had Grammy.
Me too.
15 times.
Wow, that's.
Yeah, 15.
That's some bullshit.
So I say in so many words, I'm like, I tell my Uncle Quincy Jones, I'm like, Quincy, man, what do it take to win a Grammy, man? You know what I'm saying? I know I done made some great music. He like, well, let me tell you something, nephew. If you really want to win a Grammy, go do a song with Clark Terry, and you get a Grammy.
That's it. Guaranteed.
I took his advice. So when that record comes out, I'm looking forward to getting my first Grammy.
There it is.
In the jazz world.
It's done. Yo, I cannot believe that. Because
I'm the Susan Lucci.
Who did you lose?
That's what he called Nas. He called Nas the Susan Lucci.
I am the Susan Lucci.
You guys are both
hip hop.
No,
Nas, we need to do a. Hey, Nas, you know what? Let's throw a party saying fuck the Grammys.
Yeah.
And let's name all the people who didn't receive a Grammy. Because I heard Curtis Mayfield never received one. I heard Daryl Hall and John Oates never received one.
No, too far. They're my favorite. That's too far.
So I'm giving you some game right now. So it's not just me. It's some bad motherfuckers that never even received one that don't even get the mention of. So it's like the Grammys need to do what the world is doing. Get them old motherfuckers out with them white wigs and get some young folks up in there and make up for the back pay.
The G in Grammy stand for G-Pen, you know what I mean? And get the real
I like the new Grammys, the G-Pen Grammys.
Y'all owe me. Y'all delinquent.
That's really crazy. And here's the funny thing I find interesting about it.
Imagine if I was Kanye West.
No, if you were Kanye West, you'd have 18. Because I think he has 18.
I would have slapped somebody, kicked somebody in the head. I would have done something outrageous by now.
Snoop Dogg.
Exactly. Thank you.
Exactly. They know.
Thank you.
Again,
brother.
speaking how ironic, because he was supposed to be scary, but nice Snoop Dogg doesn't complain when he doesn't get a Grammy.
Man, for what?
Yo, but isn't it wild? Between Ye, M, and J, they have close to 50. Around 50 between the three of them. It's nothing.
50 what?
Grammys.
Are you serious?
Jay has 20.
How?
A lot of features.
Jay has 20.
Albums,
we did this last time because when Nas didn't win, I went through the list, right? And I looked and I'm like, Eminem has like 30 nominations, 18, 20 wins. Ye has like 17 wins. It's crazy.
It's cool. It's cool. That's not gonna make me mad because I'm cool.
No, because you're happy for them, but
so
it's whack at the same time. It's so inconsistent. Like,
where is the fucking Source Awards, man? Come back, we need y'all.
Yeah, Source Awards got ugly, Snoop. I don't know. If
you remember what happened.
I was a part of it.
Exactly, you was the biggest part of it.
I'm the one, not the two.
Y'all ain't got no love. Yo, what was it? Do you remember your exact quote from the Source Awards?
What's up? We know where we at. Y'all ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, huh?
Oh, classic. Yo, Snoop, thanks, bro. This is awesome.
Huh? Shout out to my nephew Montana. I hung out with Montana, man. French Montana.
Frenchie.
Yeah.
He is a cool cat.
He like you.
No, he just like.
Yeah,
I mean, we could be brothers, man.
He like you.
We hung out days at a time, man. I mean, Montana, I love you, boy. Your whole clique. I love how you move, man.
Yo, Frenchie's a good dude, man.
He is. His record is hot too.
Mad chill.
He got a hot record. He played about 6 songs on his record. He got a song called something about "Don't Take Nothing" or something. He got monster jams.
Did you ever notice that he is the spitting image of Cypher Sounds?
Y'all may have the same father.
I'll show you the twin.
Y'all
look at them.
Y'all father, one of y'all has an illegitimate parent.
Yeah, someone does.
My father went to Morocco or Tunisia. Where's he from? Morocco.
Morocco, yeah.
My father, when he used to drive the Mr. Softy ice cream truck, he went to a convention in Morocco.
That's what happened.
And slept with some girl.
So shout out to French Montana as well.
Yeah.
All right, Snoopy, thanks, man. I know you got to go hit the whole press world. Go.
Man, ain't nothing like hitting y'all first, though. I got
We appreciate
about
it.
5:30 this morning. Went to bed for about an hour and a half. Rolled me about 5 or 6 of them. Came over here and seen y'all. You understand me? And I'm feeling good about myself. I'm ready to start my day. I feel good about myself.
Listen, we could retire. We could retire off the fact that Snoop loves doing our show. That's enough for me to retire.
No, this is a show that I look forward to doing. Hot 97 is one of my favorite radio stations around the whole globe. This, to me, when I first started in hip-hop, this was the mecca of radio stations. This was the station that had Funk Master Flex and all of the guys that I looked up to, and they played records that broke your records, and they gave you love, and they took you in the back room and interviewed you and let you put something in the air. Me and DMX broke this motherfucker in. We broke this.
I miss those days, boy.
Nah, it might still happen. It's nighttime, though.
Well,
we corporate in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning we don't get to see it.
That nighttime vibe is serious.
The only time I saw it get crazy was when Schoolboy Q, the first time Schoolboy Q came up here, when he was nobody at the time. He was brand new.
Let him come up here?
Yeah.
Shout out to the East Coast, man, for showing love to the little homies. Man. I want to say that, too. Y'all doing some things that were unheard of in the 90s. Y'all play a lot of music from everywhere. In the 90s, it was East Coast or nothing. Dr. Dre and Snoop would get played when we came to town, but if we say we leaving tomorrow, they took our music off. And one day I actually said I was leaving, right, just to see what was going to happen. They didn't play me not once. Not once. And I said, I'm back in town. They put me right in rotation. So I love y'all for staying true to what y'all do. Y'all take care of y'all artists.
And you know, I love this. Now no one has any choice because let's keep it real. Kendrick right now.
Is he blowing everybody out? Can y'all say that to me, please?
Kendrick's blowing everybody out.
Thank you.
He's the dude now. I mean, he's the next dude.
Why, right? He is the seed of a plant that was planted by Dr. Dre, NWA, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, the whole whoop wop. And he took all of our game and created his own game.
I know.
He ain't gangster.
No.
But he speak on it.
Yep.
And he fly, he flavorful, and he's likable. He took everything that we did wrong and he did right.
Do you think that he's hands down taking the torch? You think this dude's taking the torch?
I think it's people on him, but he running real fast.
Yeah.
You know, they may be at a slight jog while he running real fast and he pressing. He wants more. You know, he's not dependent on Dr. Dre. Like a lot of artists that come out have to depend on Dre or hold on to him. He pushed off of Dre. It's a difference when you hold on and you push off.
Some people push off and then drifted into space. Where are you going?
Hey.
He had the right. He pushed off but still had the link, the tether.
Yeah.
Like, oh, in case I got
but he was dope.
Right.
He was what, like I say, to inspire Dr. Dre, he has to see a diamond in the rough. Dre seen something in him and he seen it in himself. It's only a chosen few that get with Dr. Dre, that see what Dre see in you. When you see what he see in you, then you able to maximize and you able to make it more stronger than what it is. That's what I was able to do. That's why I always go back to Dre and find out what it is that he sees in me, what it is that I need to work on to fine-tune myself. He's like an Angelo Dundee. You want to keep going back to your trainer to work on your skills.
Boxing trainer, Syfe.
Oh, yeah.
He trained Ali.
Ali, the greatest.
There you go.
That's why I'm the greatest.
Exactly.
Hello.
Because he had Angelo Dundee.
Hands down.
Dr.
Yeah.
Dre. When you look at the lineage that he had, I don't know if you know this, but from Snoop to M to Game.
So Eminem came after Snoop.
Yes.
He did? So Snoop was in the Guinness World Book Record first.
Yes, Eminem came after Snoop.
Okay, I'm just checking because, you know, white America sometimes forgets that.
They do?
They really do.
They do. I'm sure M does it.
Yeah,
I'm sure M does it.
They probably know you from being featured on.
Yeah, exactly.
M record.
Thank you.
Yo, they don't remember. Yo, what
But
was
M though?
Yeah, I'm sure M.
That's my guy.
M though.
You know, Marshall Mathers, that's my guy. Hi, my name is.
Do you talk to M from time to time?
He's my friend.
Like, M's just a friend.
He's my friend, man. When you're my friend, you're my friend.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
No, that's true. That is very true.
It's good to be a friend of mine.
It is good to be. I know. It's very, very true. All right, Snoopy. Thanks, man.
Love you, boy.
Snoop Dogg.
It's the best.
Every time.
Album
Snoop
number
Lion.
one.
Snoop
Top
Lion.
selected #1, Snoop Lion. Ja Rastafari.